So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial, and in this class we will be learning how to download and install Python and Python Django. Okay, so directly go to your favorite web browser and type out Python download. Okay, so the first website that you see over here, which is www.python.org, click on it. Okay, so now as can be seen, it is directly suggesting me the download Python options for my system, but I'll be going to this tab. Click on this and just download the software which is compatible with your device. Okay, so now it is directly giving me the option which says download for Windows, and I'll be clicking on this button, but it might not suggest you this option. Okay, so if I'm just going down and showing you all the website, these are the number of the versions released so far, and recent one is Python 3.8.3, which was released on May 13th to 2020. You can download that, and yeah, this is the release, and this is other information if you are interested in reading about it. But if you are a Windows user, you should be clicking on this button. If you are a Linux or Unix user, click on this tab. If you are Mac OS user, click on this. If you are using any other system, click on this button and go to that appropriate that particular tab. So I will click on Windows, and in whatever format that you want, you can download and install. Okay, if you want in the zip format, you should be downloading this file for 64 bit version. Now if you want to see the version of your system, then you can come over here, click on this PC, right click on properties, and go to the system type. My system is 64-bit, so I'll be downloading 64-bit file. So I will go to Chrome over again, and as can be seen, I'm getting all the options for 64-bit. Okay, so 64, 64, 64. So just don't click on any other version. It will be suggesting you all the appropriate file for your computer system over here. Just click on that. If you're not getting the option, then you have to explore over here and install. Okay, so just click on download, and file will be getting downloaded, which you have to open. But as of now, I'll be canceling it because I have already downloaded that particular file. I'll be going to the download section, and this is that file. Okay, Python 3.8.3. This application is of type .exe, which means I can execute this. I will double click, and since I've already installed this file, I don't know how this. Okay, so now since I've already installed this, because of which I'm getting this modification setup. You won't be getting this. You will be getting the setup separately. You have to install the setup. Then again, if you want to make changes, then you can click on the same file over again. Then you will get the modification setup. You just have to click on. Okay, during the installation process, you will get this tab which says optional features. You have to make sure that you are clicking on documentation. Pip is important. Okay, don't forget to install pip. Click on this button also, click on next, and over here just make sure that you are clicking this button, okay, which says add Python to the environment variables. This is really very important, and you can even create the secret sorry, you can even create the shortcuts. Rest everything is same. Then click on install, and it will be getting installed. Okay, so this is how you will be installing Python. Then in order to check whether the Python was installed properly or not, you will be going to. Now in order to see whether the Python is installed properly or not, you will be going to the command prompt, and type out over here Python hyphen version. Okay, sorry, oops, we're getting this lot of code over here. If I'm saying Python, and just directly go here and type out Python, then you will get this output. If you're getting this, that means Python has been installed. Now it's time to install Python Django. I'll come over here and I will say Django Python and just come down below and click on getting started with Django. So basically this is the place from where you will be downloading the Python Django. Just go to the downloads tab, come down below. This is the line which will be executing on the command prompt, which will be installing the Django on our PC. Okay, so as can be seen in the previous, I mean just now a few minutes before, I have told you all to tick mark that pip. That pip will be used over here to install Django. Okay, so pip is install important over here. I will copy this. I will go to my command prompt. I'll go to my command prompt and paste it over here and I will execute this command. Okay, so now it says requirement already satisfied because I have already installed Python Django. So because of which I'm getting this. If you are a new user, you won't be getting this output, you will be getting separate output, and after some time Django will be installed. Okay, so now just scroll down, and if you want to install Django from the GitHub, you should be executing this command, but as of now let's not pay attention to that. Now if you want to see whether the Python Django has been installed properly or not, you will say Python hyphen m, then we'll say Python Django hyphen version. Just execute this. Okay, so now it is giving me the version which is 3.0.7. If you are getting this, that means Python Django has been installed and now we are ready to learn Python Django. Okay, so thanks for watching. This is how you will be installing Python Django. So what's up guys, in the previous tutorial we have seen how to download exe file of Python. So in this tutorial we will be looking at how to install it. Okay, so this is that file which is python hyphen 3.8.0.exe. Just double click on it. Okay, so now what you have to do is just click on this first option which says install now, and it will be installing. It will install all the packages, libraries and whatever that is required by us. So just make sure that you are following these steps really very carefully, because if you are not following these steps properly during the installation process, then later on you will be getting a lot many errors and you won't be able to fix them. Okay, so just keep close eye on how I am doing this, because each and everything during the installation process is important. Otherwise during the execution process you might encounter a lot many errors. Okay, so now as can be seen, setup was successfully installed. So now you just have to click cancel. Okay, just directly go to the command prompt. When it comes to the command prompt, you just have to go and type out cmd. Okay, so this is the command prompt where you have to check. As can be seen, I'm getting this error which says Python is not recognized as an internal or external command, which means there is a problem while installing Python. Okay, so let me see what is the issue. So now what you have to do is you just have to click on the modify if you're getting that error. Then just make sure that all of these things are click. Okay, and click on next, and there is one more step over here which is add Python to the environment variable. This is important. If you're not doing this, then you will get lot many errors. Okay, so now you have to click on install, and I think after this this should work. Click on close, and again go to your command prompt and type out Python. So now as can be seen, I'm getting this output which says Python 3.8.0. So if you are getting this output, that means installation is successful. If you are not getting this, that means there is some problem during the installation process, and you have to check out what are the errors that you are getting, and just make sure that whatever steps that are told by me, you have followed those steps really very carefully and properly. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial, and in this class we will be looking at the internal files of our directory. Okay, so let's get started. So basically when you'll be creating one directory, this is the kind of a structure that will be created. Okay, so basically you can imagine your directory to be arranged in this manner. So over here, my side is our directory or a name of our directory what is created by us, and inside of this main directory, you will find two items. Okay, basically, you will find manage.py, and you will find one more directory with the very same name as your external directory. And inside of this subdirectory you will find these five files, which is init.py, settings.py, urls.py, asgi.py, and wsgi.py. Py stands for Python extension. Okay, so basically all of these are Python files. Next, let me just tell you in brief about all these things. The outermost a folder, it is known as a root directory. It is a container for your project, by the way, and whatever name that you give to this project, it actually doesn't make any difference to Django. You can give almost any name. You can even name this directory in your name. Okay, and after that we have this manage.py file. It is a command line utility that lets you interact with this Django project in the various way. Okay, so when I'm talking about the use of this manage.py, execution of your apps, then running of the server and everything takes place because of this manage.py file. Next, we have this inner directory, which is actually the Python package for your project. Okay, its name is same as that of your external file, and you will need to use to you will need to use to import anything inside of it. So basically my site.urls file over here is important. Next we have the init.py file. Okay, so when it comes to the init.py file, it is basically the empty file. You will find nothing inside of it, which tells Python that this directory should be considered as a Python package. So you have nothing to do with this. We won't be making use of this file. It is just there inside of our directory. Next we have settings.py. Settings or configuration file is important over here because linking of your project to database, or linking the template folder to your project, or linking static folder to your project, everything takes place because of this Python settings.py file, which is actually important over here. And basically this is the file which is important to configure database and all. Okay, so if you're like changing the database to something rather something other than SQLite 3, then you can do that from the settings.py file. We will be looking at all these files in details in our course, but as of now, for your for introduction purpose, I'm introducing you guys to these files which are actually important and which we will be seeing throughout our project. Okay, so thanks guys for watching. This was all about Python directory. So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial. So let's get started. We will be opening first this Visual Studio Code. Now let me just show you how to make use of it. Just wait for a while, it is taking a little bit of time to open. Okay, so what we will do is we'll click on terminal, then click on new terminal. Okay, so now I will change the directory. I will say cd desktop and I will hit enter key. Then I will say Django admin start project, and now I will give the name to my project. Okay, so you can give almost any name, it will make no difference to Python Django. So I will call this project as website 1. Okay, so now I will hit enter, and now a folder will be created on the desktop. So what I'll do is I will click on files, I will click on open folder, I will go to my desktop, I will scroll down, and this is the folder which has been created. Now I'll select this folder and it will be getting opened inside of the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this is that folder. We have already seen the meanings of these files which are already present over here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will again click on terminal, and now what I'll do is I will say Python manage.py start app, and now I'll be giving the name to the app. Okay, so basically what this will do is this will create one app inside of this main directory, which is website 1 directory. Okay, so Python manage.py, then you will be saying the start app, then you will be giving the name of your app. Okay, so you can give almost any name or whatever that you want. I will be saving app1. Okay, and now I will hit enter, and now as can be seen, we are having this one more directory which is app1, and which also got some files over here. Okay, so now as can be seen, this external directory what we have, which is website one, which is subdirectory. Over here we have this urls.py file. Okay, and if we are going to this app directory, inside of this app directory we don't have urls.py file. Okay, so urls.py file is important over here also. Okay, so what we will do is we will click on this. Okay, click on this directory, click on new file, and then say urls.py. Okay, so now one file will be created over here inside of this folder. Okay, so I think it went inside of that migration. We will be deleting this. We don't want it to go inside of that. So urls.py. Okay, so initially it was inside of this folder, but now it is external of this folder, which is inside of this main directory, which is app1. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the urls.py, and now this red code what you see, this is commented part, which is actually not important. We will be removing this part. Okay, and we just have to copy this code and now go inside of this urls.py and paste it over here. Okay, so now let me just tell you what is going on over here. So basically this is our external directory. Okay, which is website one. Now we have to link this app of ours inside of this external directory. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will copy this path, paste it over here, and when we have nothing, we will be going to I will be making use of the include function over here. Okay, so I will say include app1.urls. Okay, so now what this line is doing is this line is actually linking the URLs of this app1 folder to this external folder inside of this URLs. Okay, so now as can be seen, I'm saying include app1.urls. Okay, so over here app1.urls. So over here app1 is the name of the app and urls is this name of the file. Okay, so this is how the linking takes place. And now since we are making use of this include function, we have to specify it over here also. Okay, so we will say include. Now this is done. I'll be saving this file with the control plus yes, and now I will be going inside of this urls.py file. Now what I'll do is I will remove this. Okay, I won't actually removing this. I will say views.home. Okay, so now what this is doing is, and I will give name as home. Okay, so now this is how the process goes on. So whenever, so basically this is how the flow will be going on. First of all, we will be coming to the urls.py. Okay, so after coming to the urls.py, we will check whether the app that is created by us is linked or not. Okay, so now this is the path, and this is the include function which will be linking these applications URLs to this external directory. Okay, so now from here we will be going to the app1.urls. Okay, so now we have to go to the app1's urls file. Okay, so now from this urls file we will come over here, and now this path says we have to go to the views.home. Okay, so views.home is the function. Okay, views is the name of the file, and the home is basically the function which now we will be writing inside of this views.py file. Okay, so now from this we will go to the views file, which is this one, and inside of this views we will be having this home function. Okay, so now I'll go to the views, and now I will create one function. I will say define home, and request is basically the parameter which is required, and then I will say return HTTP response, and inside of this I will say this is home. Now since we are making use of the HTTP response function, I will be specifying that over here, HTTP response. Now if you are understanding this, consider you have understood the entire Python Django. Okay, so now still we are getting this error. Okay, so just make sure that there is a space. Okay, over here there should be space, over here also there should be space. They shouldn't be like touching or sticking to one another. So now as can be seen, now there is no error, not even one red file is there. Okay, so still we are getting this, I don't know for what reason. Request undefined variable views. Okay, so over here we are making use of the views file. Okay, views file. So what I'll say is from this app1 import views. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so since we are making use of views file and this home function, we have to import this views file inside of this file, and we are doing that by saying from app1 import views. Okay, so this is important. Name of the directory followed by the name of the file. Okay, so this is how the naming goes on. So now let me explain this over again. So this is a bit confusing, but just make sure that if you understand this, you have actually you will be getting idea of the entire Python Django. So this is how flow goes on. First we will be coming to the urls.py. Okay, from over here we will be going to this urls pattern thing which says path. Then this is basically the linking of the admin panel. Okay, so there is something known as the admin panel which I'll be introducing you guys in the future, but as of now just understand that the path to that admin dashboard is all because of I mean the linking of that admin dashboard took place because of this path function. And then what we are doing is we are linking our app over here. Okay, so just make sure that you are putting nothing inside of these codes. Then we are making use of the include function, and we are saying app1.url. So basically we are linking urls of our app. Okay, so name of our app is app1, so because of which we are saying app1.urls. Now we will be going to urls of app1, which is over here. Okay, so after coming to the app1's url, now the flow will come over again here. And now what this is saying is when we have nothing, we are going to the home function of views, and name is given as a home. Okay, so this name is important. So this is basically if I'm having a website like akshay.com, so whenever anyone will be going to this website akshay.com, they will be taken to the home function of a views file. I'll be explaining you guys this thing in detail, but as of now let's just save this. And now what I'll do is I will say python manage.py run server. Okay, so after saying this we will be getting one IP address over here, which we will be copy pasting inside of our web browser. Okay, so let's come over here and paste this. Site can't be reached. I'll be running this command over again. let me refresh this. Okay, so as can be seen, we are getting this output which says this is home. Now I will come over again inside of a directory, and now let me show you how to carry out this process. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will create a few more views. I will go to my views.py. So basically when it comes to the website has many sections, like I will say website also has about a section. So I'll say this is about, then I will come down below, I paste this, and website also got contact page. Okay, and I will say this is contact. I will save this, and I will go to my urls.py, and now this is how the linking takes place. Okay, linking of our pages. I will paste this two more times, and now what I'll do is, since inside of our views I have created this two more functions, which is about and contact. I will come to urls. I will give the name. I will say about. This is contact. Contact. Okay, so now you can read these in this manner. Okay, so I'll copy this, and let me just paste it over here. So basically this is the command. Okay, for your understanding I'm doing this. Okay, so whenever anyone will be coming to the website with this address, which is www.akshay.com / about. Okay, so that time person will be sent to. Okay, so whenever any person will be coming to the www.akshay.com / about, then this function about function will be called from this views.py file. Okay, so I will copy this over again. I will paste this down below. Whenever anyone will be coming to this address, which is www.akshay.com / contact, then this function will be invoked. Okay, which is contact function. And let me just do this for this first function also. So whenever anyone will be coming to a website, direct web I mean whenever anyone will be directly coming to a website which is www.akshay.com, then this function will be called. Okay, so these are just comments. The green color part, what you see, these are comments. These I have wrote for your understanding. Now I'll be saving this, and now if I'm just going and refreshing this, I'm getting one error inside. Okay. Okay, so as of now it should work. I will go and refresh my page. It says this is home. Now if I'm just saying about, it is saying this is about. If I'm saying contact, it is saying contact. Okay, so this is working fine. So that's it, guys. We are not learning anything more in this tutorial. Just let me just revise everything over again, whatever we have learned so far. So basically what we have done is, inside of our main directory, which is website 1, we have installed one app, which is this app, and this app was not having urls.py file. So we created one urls.py file. Okay, and we have just copy pasted the code of this urls.py file of our main directory and copy pasted it over here. So now in order to link our app to our main directory, what we have done is, uh, we went inside the urls.py file of our main directory. Then we have made use of the path function, and inside of which over again we have made use of the include function, and we have linked our URLs of our app1 over here. Okay, and since we have made use of this include function, we have specified it over here. If you are not doing this, you will get error. Okay, and now what we are doing is now we are going to the URLs file of our app1. Okay, so now let's just go to the urls.py file of our app1. Okay, so over here we will be defining functions. Okay, we are just giving path, like whenever we will be encountering about page, whenever we will be encountering contact page, what we should be doing. Okay, so when we encounter nothing, when anyone will be just coming to our website, like if a user want to visit www.akshay.com, then that user will be whenever I mean anyone will be visiting my website, this function will be called, which is home from this views.py file. Okay, this naming is also important. Then whenever anyone will be coming to the about us page on our website, this function will be called. And whenever anyone will be coming to the contact page, this function will be called, which is a contact function from views.py file. Now let's go to the views.py. Okay, so over here we have defined those functions. Okay, so now whenever anyone will be calling I mean whenever this function home will be called, it will be returning this response, http response, which is this is home. Whenever about function will be called, it will be returning this output, which is this is about. And whenever contact page will be called, it will be calling this function, and it will give the output as a this is contact. Okay, so that's it guys, this is what we have covered so far. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial. Previously we have seen about static folder. Now in this class we will see how to make use of the dictionary and how to pass data to a template. Okay, so let me just go to my apps. I will click on views, and this is a place from where we will be sending creating directory and sending data to a template. Okay, so first of all, I'll come over here and I will say sender data. So basically you can give almost any name. This is a variable. Then I will make use of the equal to sign. I will make use of the curly braces. I will make some space. I will make use of single quotes. I will say data1 colon, and okay, so now let me not take this as a data1. I will say name. I will say Akshay. My god. Okay, so now I want to send this data at the front end. So how I can do that is I will pass this name as a third attribute to this render function. So I will give the comma over here, and I will say sender data. Okay, so now I'll save this, and now I'll go to my index. Okay, so this is my index template. I will come over here, and now let me just go to the views. So basically now I have passed two variables, which is name and surname, through this dictionary. So basically whatever we have created over here, this is known as a dictionary. We are just creating dictionary and we are sending data of the dictionary at the front end. Now I will go to my index. So basically this is sending data at index.html. I will go to index, and now suppose I want to make use of those variables, then I will say I will make use of paragraph tag. Now I'll make use of those variables. I will say name and surname. Okay, I'll save this name and surname. Yes. Now I'll come over here and I will execute this. Okay, so now as can be seen, it is saying hello, how are you, Akshay Maker. So this what I've done is I've created this dictionary and I have passed the data So basically, this is hard-coded data, which is my name only. I've hard-coded some data, and I've passed this data at the front end through this dictionary. Okay, so what this will do is this will pass the value of these variables at the front end, and now I'm getting this output. Okay, guys, so this is how you can hard-code some data, create one dictionary, and send the data at the front end. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial. Previously we have seen how to render templates, how to add our directories which are static directory and a templates directory. Now I will tell you something more about statics. Okay, so static is basically the directory where you store data which you want to show people. Okay, so if you want to show some code, or if you want to show some file to the people outside, at the front end and all, then you can do that. You can keep that data inside of static directory. The one thing that you should be knowing is you cannot store sensitive data inside of the statics, because anyone can refer a static folder or data inside of the static folder, but no one can access this data. Okay, so no one can see what code you have written at the backend. Backend is always invisible, but anyone can see the front end code. Like anyone can see what code you have written for this about.html, contact.html, or index.html, but no one can see what code you have written at the backend. Okay, so this is the difference between content of the static folder and the content of the rest of the folders. Okay, so basically a person has access to the templates, files of the templates and the files of static. Now let me show you how to do that. Just click on this, click on file. I will create one file, data1 dot txt. Okay, and I will save this, and now I will go inside of this data1.txt, and I will write some data. Okay, I will put some garbage data. I will save this, and now if I want to access the data of this, let me just create one more file, which is data2.txt. Okay, and I will inside of this again I will say this is data of data2. So now suppose if you want to access the data of data1.txt or data2.txt, you can do that. Directly go to this and say static data1.txt. Okay, so after entering to this address, I'm getting this garbage value which was put by me. And now if I'm saying data2.txt, then again I'm having the access to this file. But if you are just going and saying name of our website forward slash static forward slash, and if you're just entering, then you will get this error. Okay, so if you are like going to this path, that doesn't mean you will get access to all the files of the static folder. You will be getting the access to only those specific files with the specific name and specific extension. Okay, so you cannot just go to this static folder, and after that you are just putting the forward slash. You will not get access to all the files of the static. So this is the one thing which I wanted to make you all clear. So yeah, this is all about the static file, where you can store data which you want to show to the people outside. Like even you can even store the css files over here. You can put images, you can put some other readable files, but you cannot put sensitive data inside of the inside of static folder. This is the only thing which you have to understand. So okay guys, welcome to next tutorial of Python Django. Previously we have seen how to send this text on our front end thing, which is on our pages, front end pages. But when we want to like send the data like big data, if you want to render the entire HTML page and all, then we cannot do that with the help of this HTTP response function, right? So what we will do is we will create templates. So in order to do those or create those templates, I will come over here, I will click external. Okay, so click external over here, then click on this folder, then we will say templates. Okay, so templates is basically a directory where we will be creating few templates. Okay, so now since I have created this template, I have to link this template to our settings.py. Okay, so settings.py is the file where I have to link this directory. So what I'll do is I will click on the settings.py file. So basically this is the file where the linking of app and all takes place. Okay, so whenever we are like creating any app, we have to link that over here. I'll be telling you guys about all those things after some time, but as of now let's just see how to link these templates. So I will come down and I will just come to the end over here, and just above this static URL there is this link. Okay, so just copy paste this link inside of your web browser, and after that it will take you to this page. Okay, so this is the page. This is basically the Python Django documentation. You can download this. Just click on this documentation version, and it will be downloaded as an offline version where you could even use it even in the absence of internet. So yeah, you can download the offline version. So as of now we are looking at how to link that directory. So this is the code which is actually showing how to join this static folder. I'll be also telling you guys what is this static folder. So first of all I will copy this code. I will come over here, and at the end I will say I have written code for static. Okay, so this is just for your understanding. So because static settings.py file is a bit complicated, so that at least you are knowing where changes are made by you. Okay, so I'm just copying it over here, and this is the code which will be linking the static folder. Okay, so over again I'll be creating one more folder which is static. Okay, so now the static folder is linked to our main directory because of this code through this value. Okay, so now I'll be removing this is actually not required. I'll be saving this. Now we have to integrate our templates as well. Okay, so in order to integrate templates I will copy this. I will go to the top, and okay, so now we have to integrate the templates. Okay, so I will come inside of this template. I will find this dirs. I will come inside of this two square brackets. I will paste it over here. Okay, and I will change this to templates, and now I'll save this. Okay, so now our static folder is also, or static directory is also connected, and our templates is also connected. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will click on the templates. I will click on new file. I will create one file over here. Okay, I will create index.html, and now it is saved. Now just come over here and type out the exclamation mark, and now you'll see this. Just click on this, and it will automatically write the basic HTML code for you. Okay, so now I'll make use of header h1, and I'll say this is index file. Okay, so now I'll save this. Now what I'll do is I have to open this file or render this file through this app. Okay, so what I'll do, I will come inside of views, and instead of saying return HTTP response I will make use of the render function. Okay, now I'll say render request is basically one of the parameter over here. Okay, and then I will say index.html, and this render function also got one more parameter which I'll be telling you guys in the future. But as of now, whenever anyone will be coming to this uh, whenever this home function will be called, this render function will be invoked, and it will be rendering this index.html file. Okay, so now I'm just saving this. It is automatically getting updated over here. Okay, okay, so now we didn't got any error. I'll come over here and I will refresh my page. Okay, I have to go to my home. Okay, so now as can be seen, it says in, okay, there is a spelling mistake, but at least we are getting the output. Okay, So now this file will be rendered, which is index.html, and yeah, now it is right. So now if suppose I want to render the about us page, then I will do the very same thing. I will copy this, I'll paste it over here, and now whenever render function will be invoked, it will be rendering the when about function will be invoked, it will be rendering the about.html page, and same way I'll be also doing for contact. I'll save this, and inside of these templates I will create two more templates, which is about.html and contact.html. Okay, so I will click on file and I will say about.html, contact.html. Okay, so now let me just go to the contact. I'll make use of the header h1, and I will say this is contact page. I will save this, and I will go to the about. I will again make use of the header h1, and I will say this is about page. Now I'm saving this. Let me see whether I'm getting error down below. So now as can be seen, I'm not getting any error. I'm going to my browser, and if I'm just going to the about page, I'm getting the output. If I'm just going to the contact page, okay, so we are getting one error over here. So contact page is not getting rendered. So let me see what is the issue. I'll go to my views, contact, it is rendering. Okay, return render. Okay, so now it will work. So now if I'm just refreshing my page, now I'm getting the output. Okay, so now let me just explain you the code. Okay, so what we have done is inside of views we have created these few functions, which is home, about, and contact. Okay, so now whenever this home function will be called, it will be rendering this index.html page. When about function will be called, it will be rendering the about.html page, and when contact function will be called, it will be rendering the contact.html page. But in order to render these files, we should be first creating one folder known as the templates, and inside of this folder we should create these templates. Okay, but in order to get access to this template, we should be linking this folder to our settings.py file. Linking is important over here, and that linking takes place because of this line. Okay, so just make sure that you are linking that directory from this place, and there is one more directory which we have linked, which is statics. Okay, so when I'm talking about the statics, statics is a folder where some data is stored, which I'll be explaining you guys in the next class. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope you people have understood how we have rendered these HTML pages. In the future, we will see something more complex and something different about Python Django. So thanks for watching.
So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial, and in this class we will see how to create to-do app. Okay, so first of all I'll go to my desktop. First of all I will come to my desktop over here, and after that I will execute my first command, which will be creating directory on my desktop. I will say Django admin start project, and I will give a name to my project. I will say to do website. Okay, so after giving name, let me just copy this. Okay, I'll copy this, and I will write my step over here. I will say this is step 1, which is create a directory. And to create directory, this is my command. This is my first step, and after that I will execute this. Just wait for a while because it will take some time to create a folder. Okay, so now this folder to do website has been created on the desktop. Okay, so if I'm just going to my desktop, then this is that folder which has been created. Okay, so now I will say open folder, and that folder is on the desktop. I will open that folder, which is this one. I will say select folder, and now that folder will be getting opened. Okay, so this is that particular folder which is to do website. Now I'll show you how to create your app. Okay, so again click on terminal, open your terminal, and now as can be seen, now we are inside of this directory which is to do website. You have to be inside of this directory. If you are not inside of this directory, you just have to say cd, then you have to give name of this directory which is to do website. I will say to do website. Okay, so if you are not seeing this title over here which is to do website, then you have to execute this command. So this is my step 2, change directory, and in order to change the directory, this is the command. Okay, so as of now we are already inside of this directory. Over here as can be seen, I'm getting this name of my folder which is to do website, so I will not execute this command. And now I will create my app. I will say Django admin start app, and now I will give name of my app. I will give a name as to do app. Okay, and now I will execute, and after that one folder will be created over here and named as the to do app. Let me just copy this. Okay, so this is my third step, and now I'll come over here inside of this to do app, and inside of this to do app we are in need of urls.py file, which is as of now not available over here. And if you are going to my main directory which is to do website, there is this file which is urls.py. We can if I'm clicking on this urls.py, there is this code over here. This red part code what you see, this is commented part. If you are removing this, then it won't create any problem. I will remove that code and I will save this. Now I want this exact code, this urls.py file inside of this to do app. Okay, so now I will click on this folder. After clicking on this folder, I'll click on this button over here which will say new file, and I will create urls.py. So now this is our fourth step, which is creating urls.py file and linking it. Now we have created this urls.py file. Now I'll go to this urls.py file of my main directory, and I will copy this entire code, and I will paste that code inside of this urls.py file of my to do app directory. Okay, and we don't have to link this admin panel. Admin panel is only required in this urls.py, so I won't be in need of this admin panel, but we will be in need of this code. I will show you how to work with this. So currently we have created this urls.py file, and this is our app. Okay, so this is to do app is our app, and we have to link this app to this external main directory which is to do website. And in order to link this app to this website, we will be going to the urls.py. If we are not linking this app, this won't be we won't be able to access it. Okay, so in order to add it, I will say path. I will make use of this function, and I will put double quotes, and I will give no value inside of it, and then I'll make use of include function over here, and I will say include. I will give name of my app which is this to do app. I will say to do app dot urls. Okay, so now what this is doing is we are linking this urls of this to do app. Okay, so naming is quite simple. First name of the app, then name of the file. Okay, we are linking to do list dot urls.py. Okay, so we are linking this file from this directory which is to do app. That's why we are saying to do app dot urls. And now this has been linked, but over here we are making use of include method, so we have to specify it over here. So I will say include. Okay, so now we won't be getting any error over here, everything has been sorted out. Now I'll save this, and we also have to put comma over here. I will save this, and now I'll come inside of my urls.py file of this to do app. And after coming over here, I will remove this admin panel, and I will tell you what is this admin panel in my future classes, but as of now you don't have to be worried about this. I will remove this, and I will say when path is null, I will say views dot home, and I will give the name as home over here. Okay, so I will say name is equal to home. So basically what we are doing over here is now let me just copy this and put it in the comment section. If suppose you are having a website, I will comment this code. Okay, so this line won't be executed. So whenever you are, if you're having website like www or .akshay.com, and whenever any user will be coming to this path which is www.akshay.com, then that person will be I mean our website will be going to this views file, and it will execute this home function. Okay, so over here we will be going to this views file, and from this we will be executing this home function. Now I have to create home function inside of this views files. Okay, so I will go inside of my views, and after coming to this views I will create a function over here. Okay, so I will say define, and then I will say home, which is basically the name of my function, and inside of this I will pass request as a parameter, request as a parameter, and then I will say return render. And now I have to render something, but as of now I will make use of HTTP response. Okay, and I will say this is file home. Okay, and now since we have made use of the HTTP response, we have to specify it over here. Okay, so I will say HTTP response. I will save this, and I will go to my this file. I will save this file also, and I think now all the files have been saved. And now I will say python manage .py run server. Let's see whether we are getting an error. Okay, so we are getting one error. It says name views is not defined, and we are getting this error inside of this to do app urls. Okay, so to do app urls. Okay, so over here we have made use of the views and we have not specified. So I will say from this views file is inside of this to do app. So I will say from to do app import views, and I will save this. And now if suppose you want to exit from this execution, then just press Ctrl plus C and it will execute. Okay, so after execution, if you are not getting any error, I mean if your program is working fine, then you will get this address. You just have to copy this and go to your any web browser and paste that link over there, and just hit enter key. And now I'm getting this output which says this is the file home. So now let me show you how this code is working. Okay, so basically what we have done is we have created this directory which is to do website, and this is our project, and inside of this project we have created this app which is to do app. Okay, so when we create this directory to do app, this is standalone directory and it is not linked to anything, and we won't be able to access it. Okay, and in order to access this app, we have linked this app to a main directory inside of this urls.py over here. Okay, so this is how we have linked our app by giving its name and by specifying the urls file. And after that we will be going to this urls.py of our app, and from here we will be giving a path to our views. Okay, so whenever anyone will be coming to this address which is if you're having a website like www.akshay.com, if any user is coming to this website, then our website will be our project will be directing that person to this home function. Okay, and this home function is inside of this views, and in order to access this we have set from to do app import via views, and inside of this views file we have created or defined this home function. Okay, so now I'll go inside of my views, and I have said define home, which is basically a function. And inside of this parameter I have passed the request, and I said return http response. This is my this is the file home, and I'm getting this output which is this is my file home, because this is my main directory. I mean the main file where I'll be typing out my code. Okay, so now I'm getting this code. Okay, so in fourth step we have created the urs.py file, and we have linked it. Okay, so over here we have created that urs.py, then we have linked this urs.py to this views, then we have created views. So then our next step is create views, and step 6 is, let's see what is our step 6. Then I think we have executed this file which is python manage.py run server. Execute python manage.py run server. This was our step 6. Then we have step 7, and in the step 7 we have copied this server. Okay, so basically this will be same for everyone. Okay, so on your terminal so you will get this same, so you can copy that from this. You just have to say copy paste and execute this in web browser, and this is that address which you have to execute. Okay, so if you are getting some output over here, that means your execution is successful and you are getting the right output. Okay, so now if you are looking over here, this code is like if I'm making any changes inside of my directory over here, or inside of my main directory or app directory, yeah, this since we have last command executed by us was python manage.py run server, and this server will keep running. And if suppose you want to stop this execution, just say control plus C. Okay, and after that you will see this terminal over here which is giving you the user, your name of the user, then the desktop, then the name of your directory. You will see this in if you want to get this, I mean if you want to stop the execution of the server, you just have to press control plus V to stop the terminal. And if suppose you want to start your execution of your this execution of server over again, then you have to execute this command over again. Okay, so you have to execute this command in order to run server. If your server is off, then you won't be getting output over here. Okay, so as of now my server is off. Okay, my server is off, and if I'm just refreshing this, then it says this site can't be reached because my server is off. Okay, so I'll come over here over again, and I will execute this same command python manage.py run server, and after that my server will be running and I will get some output. Okay, so now my server is active. I can just copy this and paste it inside of my browser over here, and I will refresh this, and now again my server is online. Okay, so this is how you can stop and start a server over and over again. Now I will show you how to create your static folder and your templates. So just close all these folders over here. click somewhere outside. Okay, so just click somewhere outside, because I don't want my folders to be created inside of this directory. Just click over here and click on this new folder, and call this static folder is important. If you're not creating this, you will get error. Again, click somewhere out over here, then again click and say templates. Okay, so now these are two folders or the directories which are created by me. Now I have to link these folders or directory to this inside of my settings.py of my main directory. This is to do website directory. I will go to settings.py and I will just scroll down, and I will just come to this down below to the ending of my page. I will copy this link and I will go to my web browser and I'll paste that link over here. Okay, so now we will get the code how to link our static folder. Okay, so this is our Python documentation. If you want any help, you can come to this documentation and take help. And this is the documentation about the static folders. You can read about this. I will copy this code. Just copy this with Ctrl+C. Come over here and just come down below and paste it over here. Okay, so when I write this code over here, what this is doing is this is actually linking this static folder to my code, okay, to my main directory, and it is saying os.path.join, then the base directory is my static. Okay, so this name what I have given over here, it is the name of this static folder. And now in order to join this template folder over here, I will copy this same code. Okay, so copy this exact same code, go to the top, and when you see these templates, just come over here inside of this directory, and inside of these two square brackets just paste that address, and you just have to change this from static to templates. Okay, now I said templates. Now my templates this templates folder has been attached. I will save this, and this is our next step. Okay, so now we have created and connected our static and templates folder. So now let me just go inside of these templates. I will click on these templates, and inside of these templates I have to create few HTML templates. I click on these templates, and I will click on files, and I will create two files. I will say base.html. This is my first file, and I will again click on this templates folder, and just click on this folder. Okay, and then click on file, and my second file is index.html. Index.html. So now these are my two index files. Okay, so now we have even created the templates, and now my next step is I will show you how to create a super user. So as of now my terminal is executing, so I will come over here and I will click inside of this terminal, and then I will press Ctrl+C to stop the execution of my server, and I will say Django admin create super user, and now I will create a super user over here. Okay, so currently it is showing me error because it is a one word. Okay guys, I was actually typing out the wrong command. It is python manage.py create super user, and with this command you can create a super user. I will hit enter key. Okay, so as can be seen, I am getting errors over here. We are getting these errors because we have not created the migrations and we have not saved the migrations. Okay, so now I will say python manage.py make migrations. Okay, so basically when I say python manage.py make migrations, making migrations is nothing but is like noting down whatever changes we have made to our folder. Okay, so our main directory is to do a website, and inside of that I have my this to do app as a subfolder, which is basically our app. So whatever changes we make to our main directory or the subdirectory, all those changes have to be saved somewhere, right? So because of that, we have to execute this command which says python manage.py make migrations. After that, I will execute this command, and let me show you. Okay, so it is saying no change detected because we have not created any change. And there are these two commands which come in a pair. Okay, after executing python manage.py, you have to say python manage.py make migrations. Okay, sorry, not make migrations, migrate. And when we execute the second command, if there are any changes, then those changes have been applied or saved somewhere. Okay, so this is basically related to the uh, database table and all. Okay, so if we are creating a database table, and if we are later on creating some changes to the database table, then we have to propagate those changes to the database, and at that time we have to execute this two command, which is python manage.py make migrations and python manage.py migrate, and after that those changes will be propagated to our database. Okay, so these two commands are required. So I will now make note of these two commands. Okay, so this is our ninth step, which is creating and saving the migrations. Now our next step is create a super user. So in order to create a super user, I will say python manage.py create super user. Okay, and I will copy this. So basically creating super user is nothing but it will give you access to the admin panel. I will copy that command over here, and I will hit enter key. First of all, you have to type out your username. I will give my name, and after that you have to enter your email ID. I will say akshay at gmail.com. You can give your real email ID. Then I will hit enter key. Then I will enter the password, and then I will enter that same password over again. Over here, a password won't be visible to you, and it says this password is too common. You just have to press Y just to ignore this and hit enter key. Okay, so now it says super user has been created. Okay, so whatever username and the password that is created by you over here, you can use this to log in inside of your admin panel. Okay, so now I will come over here and I will write my next steps. Okay, so this is our next step. Step level is you have to execute this command, which is python manage.py run server, in order to run our server. And previously we have seen how to go to this website, and it will take you to your main landing page. Then you have to just put one backslash and say admin. Okay, so first of all I will execute this command. I will copy this, I'll come over here and I will execute. And now I'm getting this address, and I will go to my address over here, and I will just say admin. Okay, just put one backslash and say admin. And now you have to put your username over here, whatever username that was used by you, and you have to put same password over here and click on login. And now you will be able to access the admin panel of python Django. Okay, so your tables and all the data will be stored inside of this admin panel, and in the future classes I will show you how to create your tables. Okay, I think this is enough for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to python Django tutorial. And previously we have seen how to create a super user and log in inside of the admin panel. And inside of this admin panel, whatever models or tables that you create, you will find them over here. Okay, so now let me show you how to create your model. And now creating the model is our 12th step, and you will be creating your model inside of this models.py file, which you will find inside of your apps. Okay, so let me just go to my apps folder here, and I will go to the models.py, and now I will create one model over here. Okay, so in order to create your model, you will say class, then you will give name of your model. I will say to do, and inside of this parenthesis you will say models dot model. Okay, over here everything is important. This dot model m should be capital. Okay, so this is case sensitive and later on you might get error. Just put two colons and hit enter key. After hitting enter key, your cursor will be coming over here. If it is coming over here near the margin, and if you write code from this point, you will get one error. Okay, so again bring cursor over here, hit enter key, it will come just below this s, and over here you have to say text. Okay, so first of all I will take my first parameter as a text, and I will say text is equal to models dot character field, and inside of this I will give maximum length. Maximum length is equal to 150. So now you might be thinking, what is this? Okay, so when I'll be creating my table, it will have this first field as a text, it will be taking as a text input, and I'm saying models dot character field, because this is basically taking the characters like abcd kind of characters, and I want length of it to be 150. Okay, so I don't want it to take value more than 150. And my next field is date, and I will give the value to the date as models dot date. D is capital over here, and date time field, I will say date time field, and I will close this. And now my model has been created. I will save this file with control plus yes, and once this model has been created, I have to register my model. Okay, so I have to register that model inside of the admin.py file. I will go inside of my admin.py file, which is basically inside of this app directory only, and after coming over here register my I have to register my model. And in order to register this, first of all I have to import that model. Okay, so I will say from, then the name of this folder, which is to do app, I will say from to do app import this name of this class. Okay, import to do. Now that particular class have been imported over here, now I have to register it. Okay, in order to register, I will say admin site dot register, and inside of that I will pass the parameter which is name of my uh, model, which is this model. Okay, so this model I have passed it over here, and now I will save this. Now there is this one more important factor over here is registering our app. Okay, so we have created this app, but we have not registered this app inside of our main directory. So now I will go inside of my main directory, then I will go to the settings dot app, and just go to this installed apps, and come over here, put two columns, and you have to give the name of your app over here. Name of my app is to do app. Just make sure that your there all the letters and all everything is same, otherwise later on you will get one error. And put one comma over here. Okay, this comma is important, otherwise if you are not putting this you will get one error. I will save this, and now since we have made changes to our folder, which is basically by creating model over here, and we have created this model, which is basically I have made changes to my main directory, and again I have registered that over here. I have to make migrations. Okay, so I'll come over here, I will stop this execution by saying control plus C. So now my next step will be make and save the migrations, because we have created the model. So first of all I will copy this command, I'll come over here and paste it, Okay, so now I got one error over here which says cannot import name. Okay, let's just ignore this and let me just execute my next command. This is not working, I don't know for what reason. Okay guys, I have made few changes. First of all, I won't be registering this model over here. Instead, first of all, I will execute this python manage.py pig, make migrations, and then I will say python manage.py migrate, and now migrations have been made. So basically what I have done is I have executed this step 15 over here. Okay, so this is my step 13 now, and now this is 14, and this is 15. Okay, I'm saving this, and yeah, now if I'm just going to this page and refreshing, then I'm getting this error because I have not executed my server. Okay, so now my server is executing. I'll come over here and I'll refresh this. Okay, so everything is fine. Now I will register my model. I will remove these comments, and now I will register my model over here. I will save this. Okay guys, I'm getting this error because I have not specified the name of my file. I will say from this to-do app dot models. From this models file I'm importing this my class. So I will come over here and say to-do app dot models import to do. I will save this, and now everything is working fine. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, so now as can be seen that table what is created by us, now we are getting that table over here which is to do's. If you are going to your models, this is that to do table which got this text and the date field, and we have registered it from this point. Okay, from this file, and now if I'm just going inside of my table, now I can add some data, and I will put some text. I will say hello Akshay, and then I will choose some date, and I will choose some time, and I will say save. Okay, so now I'm having this one data over here. Okay, so if you don't want this, just click on delete, and yes, click on yes, I am sure, and it will be gone. Okay, so now I think this is enough, and now what I'll do is I will go inside of my templates, and now I'll show you how to design your templates. I think we should continue designing the templates in my next class. Okay, I think this is enough for the day. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial, and in this class we will see how to design your templates. So first of all I will show you how to design our base.html. Okay, so base.html is our it's a foundation, and we will be uh, storing all the common code that is required by other main files inside of our base. First of all, let me write some basic code of html. In order to work with this, we will be making use of the bootstrap. So I will go to this bootstrap website. Sorry, not bootstrap, build bootstrap. And just click on this first tab. click on get started. So basically Bootstrap, it is a website from where you can get templates, then designs, and you can design the design layout of your website really very easily, and it makes your work a little bit simple. So first of all, I will come down below, and this is the starter template available over here. I will say copy, and I will come inside of my base, and I will remove this code. I'm not in need of this. I will paste that code over here. Okay, so now it can be seen, this is our basic code which we are in need of. I will save this, and now if suppose, and previously if suppose I'm going over here and going to this address, then this is the output what I'm getting. Okay, so now suppose I want output of this base.html, then what should I be doing is I will go inside of my views over here, and instead of returning http response, I will say make use of the render. I will say return render, and inside of this render I will pass request, and after that I'll pass a name of my file which is base.html. Okay, and I will keep this way only, and since I have made use of this render, I have to specify it over here, but it is already specified, so I don't have to make any changes. I will save this, and now I'll come over here and refresh my page. Okay, I am not getting this load because now I have to start my server over again. I will press Ctrl plus C, and I will say python manage.py run server. Okay, so now it can be seen I am getting this output which is hello world. This code is written inside of this base.html, which is this output. If I am changing this to hello auction, saving this, and if I'm just refreshing this page, then I'm getting that output over here. Okay, so this is our next step 16, which is we have written a code, we have written some code inside of my base.html page, and after that I have executed this python manage.py run server, and I have gone to this address, and we have seen the how we are getting that output. Okay, so this was our step 16. Now I will come to my step 17. Okay, so after coming to this bootstrap, I want some navbar to my website. Okay, so I will just click over here and I will search for navbar. Just scroll down, and I want this kind of a navbar. Okay, so this code is for this first navbar, and this code is for the second navbar. I'll copy this, I'll come over here, and I'll cut this header and paste that navbar code over here, and I will say to do list app. I will save this, and now let me just refresh this. Okay, so this is the navbar what I'm getting, which says to do list app. Next what am in need of is a list to display my content, so I will go to the list, and let me just search one perfect example. I think this first one is only enough, so just click on this copy, come over here, and after coming to this page, create one division, and give the class as a container. Okay, because we want everything inside of a container, and inside of this I will be pasting my code. Okay, so let me just come and paste that code. I will save this, And now if I'm just refreshing my page, then this is the kind of output what I'm getting. But as can be seen, there is no space between this navbar and this one, so I will give some margin, and I will say my hyphen 4, which basically the margin in the y direction, which is top at the bottom, should be -4, and which is basically giving some space. Let me just refresh this. Okay, so now as you can see, I'm getting a little bit of space. So I think our front end is almost ready. And this is like whenever I'll be writing something, that content will be coming over here, and in order to cancel this content, I will be in need of a cancel button. Okay, so now I will go here and search for buttons, and let's go to this one, and I want my button to be blue in color. Okay, so I will copy this code, and I want my button over here, somewhere over here. So I'll copy this first code because I want only blue color button, and I want that inside of my list. I will say division, and I will hit enter key, and to this I will give the class float right, and inside of this division I will paste that button. I will save this, and let me see what kind of output I am getting. Okay, so I think this looks good, but instead of primary, I will give the name to this as remove. Okay, if I want to remove some item, then I will give remove. I will save this, I'll come over here and I'll refresh. Okay, so I think now this looks good, and you just have to copy this and give inside of this every list, paste it, save, come over here and refresh. Okay, so this is a kind of view we will be getting. If I am looking this on my cell phone, then this is a kind of my front end, what I will see on my cell phone. Okay, so now our app list view is ready, but in order to type out this content, we will be in need of a placeholder where we can just type out few things. So I will go and I will search for forms. I'll go to forms and I will hit enter key. Yes, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, so I want exactly this kind of form, so I will copy this code, and after that I'll come over here inside of my this main code, and over here after the navbar I will create one division, and I will call it row, and for this I will for division class row, and I will give the margin as 2. I think 2 is enough, and then I will create one more division, and I will give the class as column to this, and inside of this I will post my I will be pasting my that form code. I will save this, and let me just refresh and see what I'm getting. Okay, so this is a kind of form at what I'm getting over here, but I want this inside of the container, so I will give one more class which is container. Let me just refresh and see. Okay, so now I'm getting this container kind of a thing, but I want only one field. I don't want this 2 3 fields, so I will come and remove all the unnecessary things. I don't want this password field. and I also don't want this. I just want one button and one text field. Okay, so now let me just save this, come over here and refresh. Okay, so all those things are gone. I also don't want this line at the bottom, so I will remove this also. And instead of this email, I will say put your items. And yeah, if you want to keep all these other things that way only, then you can do that. And when it comes to the form, this form have a few other parameters like action. I will, as of now, I will keep this action as empty, and it also got a method. And I will give the method as a post. I will say post. And it also got class. If you want to give this class, then you can give, otherwise you might not give. Let's not give only. I will save this. As of now our code is ready. Let me just refresh and see. Okay, so this looks good. When you will be entering anything over here and clicking on submit, all those items will be added to this list over here. Okay, so now our front end is somewhat ready. So now I'll be going inside of my views. uh, Let me just write some code over here inside of my views. Now I will uh, extend this code. Okay, so now this is my model which is created by me, and this is my views.py where I'll be creating my views. So now what I'll do is I'll come over here, and whenever any user will be searching something over there, I'll be creating an object and sending to the database from this point. But as of now, let me just uh, create one more view over here. So my next view is add item. So I will say add item, and I will pass the request over here. And I want this function to be called when a user want to add some item. Okay, and to this I will give the parameters as current date. And when any item will be added, it will take parameter as a current date. And to this I will say time zone dot now. Okay, and my next is content. And to content I will say request dot post. And content. And after that I will say created object. To do dot objects dot create. Date is equal to current date, and text is equal to content. Okay, so what this is doing is inside of my models I have these two parameters, which is or two fields, which is text and the data. Over here when user will be adding items, first of all it will take we have declared this first variable, which is current date. This will basically get the time, the time when that item was created, which is picked up by this function, which is time zone dot now. Whenever any item will be created, it will be adding that item to the database with the current date. And I'm saying content is equal to request dot post. and I have passed the parameter over here as a content. Okay, so parameter value, which is basically taking the value from the front end. Then we are creating an object out of it. Okay, so we will create the object of the current date and the content. We are creating this object and we are transferring this object to our database. And once this is done, I will come over here and I will make use of the return, and I will just say http response and redirect, and I will direct that particular person to my home page, which is basically is like, let me just put one comment over here. It's like transferring someone to your website. You can imagine this as something like this. Okay, and over here we have set content is equal to request dot post, and we have passed this value as content, which is basically uh, name of my input. Okay, so over here you have to give this name. I can remove all these things. This name is important, otherwise that won't work only. I will come over here, and to this input I will give the name as a content. Okay, so whatever name that you give to this input, that same name have to be passed over here. Okay, I have set content, and in the base I have given that name over here. So when a user will be typing out anything, that, and I will change this to text. When the user will be typing out the content, that content will be taken inside of this views and will pass to this variable content, and after that it will be created into object, and we will be storing that object inside of the to do database inside of our admin panel. Okay, so our edit definition is ready, and now we will create a definition for delete. When we want to delete an item, then we will write a function for that now. Okay, so in order to delete an item, I will say delete item, and pass the parameter as a request. Then I will say to do dot objects. So basically now I am referring to the objects of my database. Dot get, which is basically getting an object, and I want to get object with id, with the to do's id, and then I will say delete. I will apply the delete function on this, and in order to get this id I have to get that id from this parameter. So I will get it from here, and once that item has been deleted, I will be returning user to my home page, which is basically you can imagine this as something like this only. I will copy this and paste it over here, and I will save this. Okay, so previously what we have done was inside of my base.html, we have created this form. Okay, we have created this form, and we have given the method as a post, and action was kept empty by us. And now what I'll do is I will give the name of my view over here. Okay, so you just have to give this name. Just copy this edit item and come inside of my base.html and paste that inside of this and give backslash. Okay, so now save this, and whenever user will be coming over here, and you after coming inside of this, user will type out some content and hit submit button, and when that content will be submitted, from this user will type something over here and then hit submit button. After submit button has been clicked, all that data inside of this parameter will be passed to this function, which is basically present inside of my views, and that data will come over here, and the content of this field, okay, whatever that is typed over here, will be cached by this particular variable content, because we have specified the name as content on that variable inside of my base.html. Okay, so as I've told you all to give this name, I have given the name over here, and that variable content will be cached by this variable. And after that we are saying create object, and we are saying to do dot object dot create, which is basically we are creating the object inside of our database, and there we will be storing this content, which is basically whatever that is typed by the user along with the date. Okay, and now if I'm just coming over here and refreshing this, and now I will say hello Akshay, how are you. I will hit enter. Okay, so now I got this error. Okay guys, we are getting this error because inside of urs.py we have not given the path of our uh, delete function as well as the add function. So now we will be doing that. So I will copy this two times, first time and the second time, and now I have to specify the path. Okay, so I will say add item backslash, and I will give the name as a views dot add item over here, and let me just remove this is not required. And for this I will say delete item, and I will give the backslash, and after that I have to specify the id, because it is also taking the id of our item, because it want to because we want to delete that particular item, right? So that id will be of integer type, and then I will say to do id. I will save this, and over here I have to specify this as delete item. I will remove this, and now when it comes to the path, you can imagine this something like coming to www dot akshay.com. This website, you can imagine this path something like this, and this is for your understanding. And yeah, this path will also remain same, and after that it is taking the id. Okay, so if I want to delete the first item, I will say first, then if I want to second item, the second, and third. Okay, so this is how this thing is working. So basically these are the commands for your understanding. I will save this, and now let me just go and refresh this. Okay, still I'm getting error. Let me just run the server over again. Let's just execute this. Okay, so now it says CSRF verification fails. So basically this CSRF token is important. If you are not including CSRF token, then it is a security risk. You won't be I mean, in order to avoid sending some dummy data or spam data from the hackers and all, we have to make use of this CSRF token. So just copy this, you have been suggested over here, just copy this CSRF token. And now we have to go inside of our views and just go to this base.html, and wherever you have made use of this form function, you just have to copy that CSRF token just beneath it. Okay, so this is my form starting tag. I have to just copy it over here, and I will save this, and now at least now it should work. Let me just re refresh this. It is still saying forbidden. Now let me just restart my website over again. At least now it should work. I have executed this command over again. I'm getting same error, CSRF token missing or incorrect. Okay, so I think it's incorrect. Okay guys, there is one more way in which you can get rid of this. Just come over here instead and make use of CSRF uh, exempt, and just copy this and paste it above this function also. And we have to specify this. Okay, so just go to the top, and you have to say from Django dot views dot decorators CSRF import CSRF exams. Save this, and at least now it should work. Okay, so now I'm getting some totally different kind of errors, and this error says name time zone is not defined. So in order to define this, I forgot to import file over here. So I will say from Django dot utils, I have to import time zone. Now I will save this, and let's see what I'm getting. I will refresh this page over again. Let me just run this over again. Okay, so now I am let's see what output I am getting. Let me just refresh this. Name to do is not defined. Name to do is not defined. It is not defined where. Okay, so we have not imported our to do, so I will say from to do app dot models. I have to import to do. I'll save this, and there is one more import which I have to do. I will say from Django.http, I have to import http response redirect, otherwise this will also throw an error. I will save this. Now let me just run my server over again, and at least now everything should work without any error. Okay, so now my server is running. I will refresh my page. Okay, so now I'm getting this. I will say hello Akshay, how are you? I will click on submit, Okay, so now that value is gone. Now I'll go inside of my admin panel, and whatever that you search over here, it should be present inside of this. Okay, so this is the recent object which says hello Akshay, how are you, which was typed by me over there, and it was created at this date and this is the time. Okay, so if now let me just delete this. I will delete this object too also. Let me refresh. Okay, so now as can be seen, there are 0 to dos. uh, Now I will go to my home page, then I will say how are you, and I will submit. Now I will go to my admin, go to the to dos. I have this fourth object, and it says how are you. Okay, so whatever that you type over here, it get saved inside of your database. Okay, thanks for watching. This was all about how to transfer your data from your front end to your database. This video is actually getting very long. It is almost half an hour long. I will continue with the rest of the things in my next class. Thanks for watching. So what's up guys, welcome to Python Django tutorial. And previous class we have seen how to type data over here and send that data to the database. Now we will see how to get the data from the database and show over here, okay, inside of our checklist. Okay, so now I will show you how to get the data from the database and show render it on your front end page. So first of all I will go to my home function, and inside of this home function I will say to do items. This is my variable, and in order to get the data from the database I will give the name of my model. Then I will say dot objects and dot all, because I want to get all the items present over there, and I'll be ordering them. I will make use of this order by function, and I'll be ordering all those items according to the date. Okay, so I will display my items according to the date, and this is my render function. And inside of this render function, now I will create my dictionary. I will give the open and the close curly bracket. So basically this is how now I am transferring my data to my database. Okay, so just give comma, then to open the close curly bracket, then inside of this you will be writing to do items colons, and then you have to pass the variable which is to do underscore items over here, and you have to save this. And this is how now I am transferring my data from the database. I'm fetching that data in this variable which is to do items. This from this line I am basically getting all the data objects of my database, and I'm ordering them with reference to the date field, and I'm assigning all those items to this to do dot items. And now I am sending this variable at the front end as a to do items over here. Okay, and now let me see what error I have got over here. Okay, so there should be a little bit of space. It is highlighting. I will save this. It is reloading as of now. Still it is throwing an error. Okay, still I'm getting this error. Instead what I'll do is I will just cut this off, and I'll create one dictionary. I will say this as data1, and I will say data1 is equal to, and inside of this dictionary I will pass that data. And now I will pass that data one over here. Okay, so I will say data one. I will save this. and at least now I shouldn't be getting any error. It is still saying unintended code. Okay guys, there is one fault over here. It should be render request. Let's see now it is working or not. So okay guys, now I have been able to fix this error. So it was not beneath this function, so because of which it was throwing error. So now error has been resolved. As can be seen, I am getting this. I will refresh my page, and now it is saying name request is not defined. Let me see where I am getting that error. To do app views, and error is name request is not defined. Okay guys, now I'm able to solve that error. So basically it was render request, s was missing over here. Most of the time it works with the requests, but sometimes it works with the request also, but as of now it is working with the request. So I will pass some data, I will hit submit, and now this data is gone to my database. Now I will show you how to display the same data at these places. Okay, so in order to do that, I'll be going inside of my base.html, and after coming to the base.html, now we will be writing code over here. And now if I'm just going inside of this unordered list, this is a unordered list. Inside of that I have this list items, which are basically this first, second, third, fourth and the fifth list item. Now what I'll do is I will write code over here, just in order to just put everything inside of the for loop, and I will make use of this for loop over here. I will save for to do items in to do item, sorry, to do item in to do items. I have to make this loop work, but only for one list item. Okay, so I will be ending this loop after this first list item. I will just make use of this code, and I will say end for. Okay, so I'll be ending my for loop over here, and I will be removing this other list items. I don't want these other list items over here. I will save this, and now I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, and so basically now I'm getting this unordered list with this only one item which says these things. uh, Now I don't want this text over here. I want text what is typed by me. So I will make use of two round curly brackets, and inside of this I will pass my variable, which is to do list dot text. I will save this. I will explain you how this is working. I'll come over here and I will refresh. Okay, so whatever items that were entered by me is now coming over here. Say I will say hello Python, and I will click submit, and now that item has been added over here. Okay, now suppose I want to whatever item that I add over here, I want that item is coming at the end of the list. I want that item to appear at the top, so I will just go to my views, and I will put minus over here. Okay, so it will be now ordering everything in the reverse order. I will save this. I'll come over here and refresh. Okay, okay, server is reloading. Okay, so now it's gonna be seen whatever that things that I type over here. getting printed in the reverse order. Okay, so now let me just tell you what I've done over here. So I'm saying to do dot objects dot all, which is basically by this method I am accessing the data of my database, and I am saying order by, which is basically ordering the data in the recent order. Okay, so recently whatever item has been added, it will pick that item from this date variable, and it will assign to this to do dot items, which is basically a variable created by me, and all the data will be sent on at the front end through this dictionary. Okay, so all that data will be assigned to through this data items to this new variable, which is date sorry this it this to do items will be storing all the data, and that to do items will be sending all the data to the front end from this variable, which is to do dot items. Okay, and we will be making use of this variable at the front end. And now when I'm going at the front end inside of my base.html, what I'm saying is for to do item inside of to do items, which is my to do items is basically this variable. I'm making use of this variable over here. I'm saying for to do item in to do items, you can even say something like x also over here. There is no issue. Okay, so you can say data item, you just have to make use of that same variable over here, data item. No issues with that, you can make any variable use over here. I'm just looping this for one iteration, which is basically making or displaying the one list item, and what I'm displaying is data one dot text. Okay, so whatever text I am saving inside of my database, which is basically inside of my models, I'm saving this text. Okay, I am displaying that text over here by saying data1 dot text, and that content will be getting displayed. Okay, so now if I'm just saving this, coming over here and refreshing, then I'm getting the same output. Okay, so now if I'm just clicking on this remove, this item is not getting removed. And now I'll show you how to write code for remove. So basically I will come inside of this, and now I will show you how to remove this item. So I will again make use of form. I will say form, and I will say delete. Okay, so now I have to call this function, which is delete item. I will copy this delete item. I'll come inside of my base.html, and I will paste it over here, which is my delete items backslash, and it will take one more parameter, which is basically the ID of my item list that I want to delete. I will say to do item dot id, which is basically the ID of that particular element. And after that I'll be ending my form over here. Oops, I will end my form over here, and I will save this. Okay, so now everything has been properly intended. When any person will be clicking on this button, which is a remove button, it will go inside of my database, and it will be removing that particular item with that particular ID. Okay, so now let me show you what is this ID. If I'm going inside of my admin and going inside of my to dos, over here these are the IDs. Okay, so this is the ID number 8 is this item, and ID number 7 is this ggfd item. So basically all the items that are stored inside of this database are having IDs. Okay, so I'll be deleting the item with that corresponding ID, and how I'll be doing is I'll be doing that from this function. Okay, so I'll be calling this function. So when I call this function from this place, when I'll be clicking on this remove button, this function will be getting called, which is basically inside of my views. What this will do is this that it will take my request, which is deleting request, and it will call that particular id element. Then it will say to do dot objects dot get, that it will be basically calling my database from my admin panel, and from the objects it will get the object with the id to do item over here, and it will apply the delete function. Okay, and after deleting that function, I'll be again redirected to my main page, which is basically this page. And after that, that item will be deleted. And now if I'm just coming over here inside of my main page, and I have some to now, if suppose I want to delete this first item, I will click on remove. Why is this not working? Okay, I have not added one slash. Let's see. Okay, now I want to remove this first item. Why the hell this is not working? Okay, so when we make use of the form, button should be of type submit. Okay, and now this should work. I will come over here and refresh. Now let me just remove this first item. Okay, so now I am getting one error which says delete item didn't match. So now if I'm just looking at the error, this is a kind of URL what I'm getting, which is basically when I'm calling the delete item function, it is showing two double slashes. So let me just remove this one slash and see how this is working. Current path is delete. Okay, so now I have refreshed my page, and if I'm just saying remove, still it is not working. It is saying delete item to do item, current path is delete item didn't match. Okay guys, so we are getting error for the path. Okay, so current path delete hyphen item didn't match. So when it comes to the giving the path, the error could be inside of the urs.py. Okay, so now if I'm just going inside of the urs.py, okay, so there is no forward slash over here. I will save this, and I'll come inside of my views, and yeah, everything is okay. And inside of this base, again over here I have to put one more backslash. I will save this, and now I will refresh my page, and now I'm just saying remove. Okay, let me restart my server over again. Okay, now let me just come over here and refresh my page. Okay, I'm getting error for delete item. Let me see what's the issue. By the way, over here I have given the name as the delete item, and delete item. Okay, sorry, it should be delete item, I guess. Now let me just still it is not working. So guys, we are getting this error because I have changed this variable to data1. Okay, and we have to make use of same variable over here, which I have forgotten because I have practiced this with a previous variable, and I used that same variable over again, and because of that I was getting this error. So now let's see. Now if I'm just saying remove, it is removing. Okay, so now my to do app is working properly, and all the items have been removed. And now if I'm just saying hello Akshay, and just submitting this, I'm getting that same value over here. Okay, so this is how you can build your to-do list app, and you can put it inside of your resume if you want, and everything is working over here. I'll say hi and I will hit submit, and that item will be added on the top. And if I want to remove this, I can remove this. Okay, so thanks for watching. This was all about how to build your to-do list app with Python Django.